Today marks 1230th day sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with all of you. My hope that these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help you achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today, speak about personal energy. I think this is a topic that we need to speak every single day because every single day we use energy. And we use energy. The more energy we have, the more energy we're able to use for the things that matter. So today we'll share 10 things that every single person needs to know about personal energy. So number one is that energy is the most important currency. Energy is the most important resource. I always say that it doesn't matter how much money you have, it doesn't matter how much time you have. If you don't have energy, it doesn't matter how much money you have. Imagine having all billions in your bank and having all 24 hours to do what you want to do, but you don't have energy, so laying down on the bed. So it doesn't matter how much time you have, it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you don't have energy, it doesn't matter anything. So we always need to say, okay, how much energy do you have? So that means when you look into, are you wealthy? Energy is number one thing that we need to look into because energy wealth is a key aspect of really achieving great things in life. If you want to make a difference, if you want to be wealthy, energy is the most important currency. Number two is sleep is non-negotiable. Again, now we look into what really elevates your energy levels. I think that sometimes we want to say, I just work one more hour, achieve something. But I think that when we do that, I'm guilty of that so many times. I think that what we do, well, okay, I will work one more hour and I will catch up later. But I think that the next day when you wake up, not as energized as you could be, and that means you lose 2, 3, 4 hours of your productive work because you messed up a day before. That's what is very, very, very common, that we mess up our tomorrow's energy with current energy. Because it seems that we have enough energy to do extra 1, 2, 3 hours through the day. But sometimes working extra hours a day, extra 2, extra 3 hours a day is taking 6 hours of your future. So we need to be very, very, very careful when we actually saying no to a sleep or any other aspect that really make sure that we don't reduce energy and don't take away from future's energy. Number three, food is food is fuel, not just comfort. So when we look into food, I think that we always look at what kind of food will give me the most energy, what kind of food will make me the most productive, what kind of food will make me feel the most alive. I think when you start asking questions like this, so that I want to live a life of significance. I want to really make sure that I make things happen. I want to have more energy. And then you look into the two options. Which one of those will give me more energy? Which one of those will give me the most life in my time? And when you ask that question, when you write question, I think this is much, much easier to make that unconscious answer. I think that when you don't ask a question, you just take whatever is in front of you. And I think that that's the longer I live, the more I understand how important it is to make right choices with food. Because I think that sometimes we just don't care about food because oh, just food, just food. But when you start looking at how much food can influence our energy levels and how much energy levels can influence our wealth, our relations, our everything in life, we start to look into okay, where is those foundational things that we when we fix foundational things, all the things up could really get much, much, much better. So food is not comfort, is fuel for your future. Number four, movement creates energy. And this is beautiful. Is that some people say, oh, I don't have energy, so that's why I don't go to exercise. I don't have energy to do things. And this is a beautiful thing because you need to give energy to get energy. You need to give energy to get energy. So that means that you need to give energy that really creates energy. So giving yourself to exercise. It's interesting because I know how hard it starts when you are don't exercise for a year, when you have an injury, you come back to sports. I believe in incremental improvement. So for me, I went to a gym. I did 2 push-ups, 2 pull-ups, and couple of other exercises, very, very small. And that's it, like 10 minutes and I'm out. And then was able to do 11, 12, 15 minutes and increased into an hour slowly. And I think that this is much, much better than really going and then doing like a 1 hour and a half right away. I think that giving energy doesn't matter how much you have, you still have a little bit to give. Number five, Your thoughts either drain or recharge you. That's very, very powerful. What kind of thoughts do you create? Because everyone knows that our thoughts is creating our future, our life. So what kind of thoughts do you have? Because your thoughts will drain or recharge you. Because of course, when you think about the future or when you think about the past, those most likely will drain your energy. But when you think about the present moment, what you're able to do right now, now of course you can visualize the great things about the future, and that is important to always reflect on the future and visualize and familiarize with the best version of you. But of course, after that, we need to come back always to present moment and say like, what do I need to do now to really achieve that visualization that I had? Because if you keep ourselves all the times in the future, that means we forget to do action today to achieve that future. So it's very, very important that our thoughts are about present moment, because in the present moment there is no anxiety, no stress, no nothing, no shame, no guilt. Present moment, being able to think about what kind of thoughts do I think, because those thoughts will influence our energy levels. Number six, who you spend time with affects your energy. Now, I understand that when at the beginning, sometimes when you go to work and you don't have an option to really choose maybe the coworkers, but to be able to choose how we spend our outside. So maybe lunch, going to read a book. So being able to really very, very conscious and asking, who are the people in my life who are neutral? Who are the people who drain my energy? Who are the people who uplift me and empower me? And of course, then when you really make a list of those people, then ask how can I remove all those people who drain my energy, and how I could elevate my time with the people who will elevate my energy. How may I make sure that I spend as much of my time to the people that elevates my energy to the next level. And that is the key to real success. Number seven, stress is the ultimate energy killer. So that means that again, we need to learn how to manage our stress, how to manage our emotions, how to really being able to be okay, how to be present, because stress is coming a lot of times from the future. That means again, so you think about what potentially worst case scenario would happen, and that worst case scenario creates stress. And I think that when we start looking at the opportunities, that's what best case scenario, and start looking into okay, I could choose stress and I could use excitement about opportunities. And every single person needs to choose. So when you choose excitement, that energy could uplift you. If you choose stress, that could drain your energy. Now, I don't say that it's easy. I don't say that it's easy. I say that it is necessary to really work to develop that excitement, to develop that stress management, emotional management, mindfulness, being able to be present, just to make sure that we elevate our energy, or at least don't drain energy, that we have energy to do the things that necessary to pursue the things that matters. Because when we drain our energy because of stress, we think about all those worst case scenario. Because we drain energy, now we don't have as much energy to do the right things, and because we didn't do the right things for the enough energy, we achieved the worst case scenario. So basically, almost that that the worst case scenario stress leads into that, because what you focus on, that's what you hit. Number eight is purpose fuels unlimited energy. I always find that when I have really, really very clear purpose in that moment, I just have an enormous amount of energy. It seems that I work all day long and I sleep still with energy, because it seems that it's just that purpose is bringing so much. I think that what I believe in vibrations. I believe in energy, because there's so much energy in the universe, so much energy. And if you're able to really tap into that energy, if you're able to understand fully your purpose, you connect with that enormous energy, and you have an enormous amount of energy. So if you are drained, a lot of times I always say that burnout happens when you really try to work on something that you don't want to do, or something that really drains energy. So we need to work very hard outside of it, that you could really move out onto things that really feel purposeful, meaningful, fulfilling to achieve. Because when you start working on something that fulfills you, it's just in an unlimited energy. Number nine, nature is a natural recharger. I think I truly believe that every single person could recharge themselves just by being in nature. I love nature. That nature is something that I really, really love. Now, it might be something else, but every single person, like, what really recharges me? And go and do it. Do what recharges you the most. I think that's very, very essential. But I truly believe that every single person is a nature person, and I think that every single person just going to nature, by the lake, by the river, in the forest, in the mountain, it doesn't matter. Being in that nature will allow you to recharge, reconnect, reground yourself, that you can have more energy and do the right things when you come back from the nature. And last thing I wanted to mention is that I already mentioned that energy management is much more important than time management. A lot of times people say, okay, I will allocate this time to here, here, here. But if you didn't manage your energy well, it will not matter how well you manage your time, because when you look into your time blocks, and maybe you manage time and you had energy for first two things, but then third and fourth things that was in your calendar, you don't have energy, so you're barely giving 20% of your energy. So understanding, okay, how I will allocate my energy during my day is much more important. Because it might be that you master time management, but until you master energy management, you will not be able to achieve the things that you want in your day. I hope that you've reflected, because that is one of the key aspects of life. Being able to understand, okay, so this is my time. This is how I allocate my blocks. But now I say, okay, which one of those are really the most important? Where am I supposed to allocate 100% of my energy? Where is my just 10, 20, 30%? And where is my energy goes? Where I could recharge? Like all the things. Because when you say, okay, like this is probably a little bit tired, how I could really make a break 5, 10, 15 minutes somewhere here in my calendar that I could recharge and then have the energy necessary to really achieve the tasks that I have in this block. So important to really understand where is your energy levels, because you can give 2 hours to one thing, but if your energy is low, you will not be able to achieve. That's why so many people who really elevate their energy, they're able to achieve the same results within half an hour, 45 minutes, and other people in 3 hours. Not because time management, but because of energy management. I hope you reflect as well, like how well you manage your time, how well you manage your energy, how well you manage all the things. But I truly believe when you manage energy, it's so much easier to manage everything else. Because when we are low on energy, we don't make the best decisions regarding finances, regarding time, regarding the relationships, regarding the business. All the things, all decisions are worse when we do not have energy. And that is the key aspect of our life. Elevate our energy so we have energy to do the things that we want, that we're able to achieve the best version of us. So I hope you just win, and see you tomorrow.